including scheduled speakers Stephen Coughlin, Steve Emerson, both specialists on the Islamic terror threat. Mr. Coughlin, a former Pentagon Joint Staff Analyst, is one of the most knowledgeable counterterrorism experts specializing in the relationship between Islamic law and terrorism. Mr. Emerson, head of the Investigative Project on Terrorism, is a leading expert on Islamic violent extremism, financing, and operations. But anyway, looks like they're rewriting those rules, so people like that, since they're not Muslim Brotherhood, will not be able to instruct law enforcement on the threat that radical Islam creates for the country. Then we find that an article here, Holder firmly committed to eliminating anti-Muslim training. But just so people understand, and I'll close with this, I understand that the vast majority of Muslims are dear, wonderful people, peace-loving people. But the radical Islamists, like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and the other four in Guantanamo Bay, who said they wanted to plead guilty in December of 2008, the judge was going to accept it until this Justice Department rushed in and said, no, we'll give you a show trial in New York City, and threw a bunch of gum in the works. So now there's still been no trial, there's still been no justice. And in his own writing, he says, in quotes from the Quran, "We fight you with Almighty God. So if our act of jihad and our fighting with you caused fear and terror, then many thanks to God, because it is Him that has thrown fear into your hearts, which resulted in your infidelity, paganism, and your statement that God had a son, and your Trinity beliefs." Then he quotes from the Quran, "Soon shall we cast terror into the hearts of unbelievers, for that they join companies with Allah, for which He has sent no authority. The place will be fire, and evil is the home of wrongdoers." People like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed are radical Islamists, and we need to recognize it so that we can perpetuate the freedom that we've had for 200 more years. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.